worshiping the ground a woman walk on, it's kind of rare these days. We running out of that. And it's kind of scary.
All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto you. How about Shema, Shabbat, Shalom, Kakadash, double honor to the apostle and elders, a great millstone. Shalom to the Akim out there pushing the word of sincerity and in truth. Yeah, I just want to do a little talking on this one clip. Matter of fact, this is the fullness of the clip. This chick, her name is Jada Chiefs. She's like a Instagram model. She's in a relationship with a high-end celebrity name, of course, Lil Baby. You know, so she has a certain status quo in this so-called world that we live in. And she made statements of her actually dialoguing or talking with the friends of herself. And she basically said that men don't actually worship them or show the same respect and appreciation for women like they used to in the 80s and 90s. That's why it says that on the top, you know. And she was basically like, you know, men aren't worshiping the ground that women walk on. And she said it's very, very rare these days. And she said it's kind of scary. You know, that was the last clip. It was a 2-part clip, but this is the fullness of it. I'm going to play it, then I'm going to, you know, get some scriptures because, you know, the prophecy of Yahweh by Shema Shai is going to speak at the end of the day. You know, we understand that the so-called white man has put Eve on a pedestal, and these women believe that they're ought to be worshipped. That goes back to that Semiramis Queen of Heaven worship, like I did the lesson on the Queen of Heaven worship dealing with Mother's Day, man. You know, while these men get disregarded, you know what I'm saying, and put on the back burner, and see what's happening is a lot of these men are they getting used to even their shenanigans, man. You know, they seeing the bullshit that a lot of these black women are on. You know, they seeing that they're really mental, you know, and the only thing that they can provide is with, you know what I'm saying, their bodies can show, you know, provide sex, so to speak. You know, outside of that, they don't have the mindset to really be submissive, because Apostle Gabar always goes into what the word woman means, to be a servant, to be subservient unto a man, and to have your duty and your obligation to excel that man. You know, but see these women go to these different colleges and universities, and they get their certificates, bachelor's, masters, you know, then they'll, you know, drive these luxury cars, and they put themselves in a certain position where they feel like they're obligated and not need a man in that independent mindset. But the Most High didn't create things to be such. You see, the scripture says, he that begetteth the wife begetteth a possession. You know, just like we are a possession unto the Most High, and our job is to be subservient unto him. You know, we don't go through alternative routes and brag on our universal scholarships before the Most High, but women do that to men. You know, and like I said, a lot of the men are done with the gimmicks of Eve, man. So men just like, yeah, whatever. So I'm gonna play the clip.
So lately, like, I always be asking my friends, like, do y'all feel like the value of women to guys have went down, or guys just don't, you know, respect us, appreciate us how they used to back in the 80s and the 90s? You know, like, women control like, literally, you know, because I could say this now, but I only say that because of status. Like, we making hella money just like these. But as far as a man literally worshiping the ground a woman walk on, it's kind of rare these days. We running out of that.
Yeah, see, so she said we running out of that. You know, these men, they're really waking up to the bullshit of a lot of these women, man. And that's why in the time of Jacob's trouble, where the scripture says that I'm going to make a man more precious than fine gold, even the golden wedge of Ophir. And it tells you also in Isaiah the 3rd chapter, you know, the Most High is going to take that spirit away from the daughters of Zion. These different women, they walk, you know, like the scripture says, to stretch forth necks. And one time I see women had a level of submissiveness. You know, they always been, you know what I'm saying, being demons in this Western journey, man. You know, that's why I say even in the 80s and 90s, but even back then, which is not too far, a few decades away, their headspace was by a tad bit a little bit more settled. These chicks nowadays are on all kind of different drugs, Percocets, Xannies, Adderalls. You know, they ain't nothing but women with niggas with vaginas at this point, man. You know, they're doing the wickedness that most of these niggas is doing, being women. You know what I'm saying? Being the farthest thing from a woman. So really the concept of calling yourself a woman, that doesn't apply to a lot of these women. All right, or the term lady. The term lady means to be a kneader of dough. Can any majority of these women actually knead dough? These women got that microwave, Chick-fil-A, fast food restaurant. If they ain't eating fast food, then they all in these different luxury spots spending top dollar off of breaking men when they can't even cook half the dishes that they want to fucking eat. You see? So the dynamic of it's been a shift. The woman left her role, and that's what really damaged the households, you know what I'm saying, of actually how a family structure ought to be. Because see, these women want to be a personality. They want to be everything. They want to wear 10 different hats but be an actual woman to their man. And Jake is waking up and Jake's tired of that shit, man. That's why she said that men ain't really, you know what I'm saying, being extremely pressed, because at the end of the day, a lot of these women ain't fulfilling their roles anyways. So it says, moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughter of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and make a tinkling with their feet. Yeah, that deals with their, they got the luxury bags, they got the luxury shoes on, high heels and things of that nature, with a proud look, the proudest look that America has to offer on Eve face, man. Like they shits don't stay. These women don't move with humility. See, back in the Eastern world, those women would be covered. The scripture says that our women would actually, walk shamefaced. When you read in the book of Proverbs, it speaks about the virtuous woman, and you can see that woman had a level of shamefacedness to her, man. And she had credentials. It tells you how she would actually, sell. She had products to sell and things of that nature, But see, these chicks, the product they sell is their ass. And a lot of these women be in relationships committing straight up adultery. And that's what happened. That's what also damaged a lot of the relationships too, where Jake don't give a fuck. Jake don't even trust these women no more. It was a time where you could actually somewhat confide in a woman. And personally, I don't suggest any brother to do that shit. But because we know the results of that. Look at Samson. Samson confided in Delilah and she got him put to death. You see? But there was a time where certain Jakes could tell a woman XYZ and she knew how to keep her fucking mouth closed. Dude, these women are all online talking shit all day to women that they don't even know, making these weirdo ass jokes. And men are seeing and reading and learning all this shit. Just as much as women are reading men are reading women. You see? But the difference is the Most High has created a man to actually produce more. All right? A man is supposed to have multiple women. But a woman is not supposed to have multiple men. All right? That's why women, they more so attract to men that actually dealt with multiple women. All right? Because what? A man's growth in his so-called sexual market value ascends, But when a woman actually has sex with all kind of men, her value drops. You see? Get this precept. Yeah, so these women are totally oblivious. Like I said, the times come that the smoke and mirrors that a lot of these women come with, whether it's their luxury clothes or the what I'm saying, showing their asses all over online. All that energy is over sexualizing the world, twerking all over the goddamn place. That energy is being burnt out, man. Yeah, it's something that's lust, what I'm saying, that you can lust over, and some of them women, a lot of those women look good as hell. I'm a man just like, brothers is, of course. We know how fine these women is, but it gets to a certain point, like, damn, you want an actual woman. You want something that you can actually possess that's gonna add to you, not take away. These women, they got the so-called white man's government in their back pocket. They'll throw they'll throw the baby in a trash can, straight out their womb. You know what I'm saying? Because they're in that on that my body, my choice power trip shit. When really, the Most High never made it your body, your choice. When you actually have sex with a man, the scripture says, you two shall become one flesh. But then you have the option of cheating. And see, back in the ancient world, when women would cheat and commit adultery, that would be instant death. There wouldn't be no deliberations or no breakups or no divorces. And you got to pay spousal support. And you got to give her, portions of your money, direct deposit into her bank account because y'all separated. Esau has created a system that is a stranglehold for men. And see, a lot of these men aren't jumping into those same goddamn traps that they used to. You have that saying, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me." And the foolish beta niggas, that's the last of the dying breed that a lot of these different witch ass women can manipulate and seduce. They just need a weak minded Jake that they could bewitch. All right, so this is Micah 7:10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Yeah, so that means that there's going to be a lot of pain. A lot of women going to get pained out in these streets, man. And I'm not saying it's personally going to be for me, because when the scriptures speak about, the actual sword being sharpened. So the scriptures speak about it. We're gonna be the battle axe in the weapons of war. But I was speaking really in regards how a lot of these different jakes that have these different pent up emotions. They know they baby mama address. Baby mama don't sabotage their whole life, threw a brick through their new car. They took the child, don't even want to raise the child, want to use all these things for spite. That's gonna be the jakes that's gonna run amok in that day. Already off their meds. So they just want to get into some bullshit. And you women, a lot of you women are a lot of these jakes number one ops. You doing worse shit than certain niggas on the block doing to other niggas. Because a lot of these women will do some bullshit and get a nigga on the block to whoop somebody's ass. And Jake took a severe ass whooping. Now he got to go home and he's posted online, recorded taking that pure televised ass whooping. So he on demon time. You see? And that's why the scripture says, rise up, you women that are at ease. A lot of these women are at ease. The scripture says that she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she living. These women are in their pure comfort zone. Because they got the ability to jump into these different high-end jobs, make $88,000 a year. Live in these lofts and these high rises and stuff like that. And see, the so-called white man pampered these women so that they could be a instrument of cruelty unto a lot of these different men. You see, he didn't enable these women to be marketed for the benefit of men. Esau, the spiritual demon Satan, has marketed these women to be liabilities, man. A lot. I ain't saying all of them, but for the most part, all these conveyor belt chicks, they all got the same mentality, and they all got that hive mind. They all in the hive of thought, whether it's in social media. The Most High is killing that hive. The Most High is setting that hive ablaze, man. Because it ain't of the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. The scripture says if these things aren't basically of his spirit, then it's going to get wrecked over, so to speak. In so many words. I'm just roughly paraphrasing, of course. But this is Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, which is the increase. A lot of these different beneficial government programs is going to go to a screeching halt. So women that's used to getting all these benefits from the government, what you gonna do when the benefits are cut? You're gonna run to a man. That's why it says that Isaiah
4:1 that 7 women shall cleave unto one man. So they're gonna see that there's a power in numbers, and all that extra shit. Their lives are at risk, and they're gonna go into full. They're gonna go to the brink of survival mode, and it's still gonna be women that's gonna be proud, that still got that you know what's this chick that woman, that Aphrodite spirit, Candace Everdeen of the Hunger Games. They're gonna have that mentality until they get treaded over, man. Cause see, these women watch a lot of these damn movies too, so they got that. They bewitched by the television, and they think that they could actually like when the day hit, they gonna fucking get some divine sword that's just gonna fall from the heavens with the breastplates, and they're gonna be kicking ass in the last days like Wonder Woman. That ain't gonna happen, man. A lot of these women gonna fail miserably in that day. You know, your weave, 90% of your weave gonna be yanked off your head. You know, your BBLs is gonna be damn near sagging to the back of your ankle. You know, because the maintenance is gonna be shut up. You know, you watch that in them apocalyptic movies. These women are high maintenance. If the maintenance ain't taking care of a car, after a while it's gonna rust. It's gonna dry out. You know, it's gonna be the engine gonna lock up. That's what's gonna happen with a lot of these women. You see, back in the ancient world, these women had a natural spirit on them. These women they're unnatural. That's why the scriptures speak about how a lot of these women are brute beasts, as well as these men being brute beasts. You know, and you deaf to you beta niggas too. You know, because a lot of you jakes are gonna be caught up in flames, man. That your whole get up is just drinking bath water. You know, seen this one Jake on the internet getting punched all in the face by his woman, nose bleeding, and he's smiling and shit. Like, what kind of clown is you? Fuck is this guy, man? The chick just punching them all in his setup, man. You know, he just rearranging his shit. Jake, a lot of these weak-spirited, you know what I'm saying, men, the Most High gonna purge them out too. Ain't gonna be the scripture says that none of the feminine. The Most High is looking for the standard of men. You know, and he's creating the standard of men. And if you don't hit that standard or hit that bar, then you're gonna be vanquished. So like it says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip ye and make ye bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. See, so a lot of these women are gonna need some type of relief in that day. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful fields, especially when it's a fight for resources. And only so it's because you got women that's confrontational with men, but when it come to other women, they non-confrontational. A lot of these women gonna have to get out the mud with certain women, man. You see? And who they gonna try to run to? A man. A lot of these women just try to put that gangster facade on when it comes to men, but then they be cowardly as all hell. That's why when a woman says something like Rihanna or something like that, let's just say a whore, like Meg Thee Stallion or something, say something that most women are in agreement with. Most chicks don't. It's certain chicks that won't jump out the window and speak otherwise because they know that they'll get bombed. You know, a lot of chicks will start blasting them or whatnot, or Beyonce. You know, a lot of chicks, Beyonce needs to, a lot of women don't say Beyonce needs to stop being a whore ex. You got a few chicks that say it, but for the most part, because they know what's going to come with that territory. But it's going to come to the point where really, when things hit the fan, women don't trust women any damn way. Majority of these women do not trust other women. Outside of that social media hive, they don't be dealing with a lot of women on a everyday basis. You know, especially black women. So when shit hit the fan, the Most High is going to show where the true value lies as an Israelite man from the respective tribes. You know, I just wanted to go through that. You know, didn't want to make it too long, you know. But I'm going to end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shem, Shah, by Shem, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostle and elders, great millstone. Shalom, Maki.